Every journey begins quietly, not with applause, not with fireworks, but with a moment when your soul whispers, "It's time to grow." The first lesson of life is this: honesty may not earn you crowds, but it will earn you peace. The right people will find you in silence. The wrong ones will fade when you no longer perform for them. In the era of filters and highlight reels, honesty is rebellion. It's your inner revolution against the fake perfection that social media sells. And here's something powerful. People aren't really thinking about you as much as you think. Everyone's too busy worrying about themselves. So breathe. You're not being judged as harshly as your mind imagines. Comparison is poison disguised as ambition. Every second you spend envying another person's chapter is a second stolen from writing your own. Success in 2025 isn't about outrunning others. It's about outgrowing yesterday's version of yourself. Learn to be content by yourself. If you need constant company to feel whole, you give others control over your happiness. Solitude is your greatest teacher. It's where strength is born, where clarity returns. You'll never find peace if you keep running from being alone. Share your progress quietly. Let results echo louder than your words. The loudest people often have the least to show. In the world of personal growth, consistency beats noise every single time. The truth is, being alone isn't punishment. It's preparation. When you sit with your own thoughts long enough, you stop fearing silence and start finding answers inside it. Remember this: the people who demand the most from you are often the ones who give the least in return. Choose your circle with intention. Energy is currency. Spend it wisely. Take your responsibilities seriously, but not yourself. Laugh often. Be humble. Life's too strange and short to be taken too seriously. And fear? Fear isn't your enemy. Fear is a compass. It points you toward what matters most. If something scares you, it's probably connected to your purpose. Step toward it, not away. Never make permanent decisions based on temporary emotions. The storm always passes, but regret lingers. And if you ever find yourself putting someone on a pedestal, remember, they can only look down from there. Keep your relationships human, not holy. People give advice from their own perspective. Don't swallow it whole. Listen, but filter it through your experience. Not every thought deserves an audience. Not everything in your head needs to escape through your mouth. Silence can be strategy. Never do anything you'll have to lie about later. Truth keeps your soul light. Deceit makes you carry stories you'll have to remember forever. You've probably noticed light travels faster than sound. That's why some people seem bright until they start talking. Don't chase happiness. Grow it. It's already planted inside you. You just need to stop digging for it in other people. You owe nothing to your younger self, but you owe everything to your present one. Forgive the past and protect your energy now. Self-care isn't bubble baths or spa days. It's realizing that you are often your own biggest obstacle. And yes, your parents were right, more times than you'd like to admit. Even if they weren't academically qualified, life has taught them lessons no degree ever could. Stop rolling your eyes at wisdom earned through living. Act like you've been there before, because humility is class, not performance. Overthinking is the silent killer of joy. It twists reality into something uglier than it is. You'll never find peace in the loop of what if. When anger rises, ask yourself, will this matter in 10 years? Most things won't. Save your emotional energy for what builds you. You only get one body. Respect it. The gym, your diet, your sleep, these are not luxuries. They're investments in your future self. When someone insists they're telling you the truth, be cautious. Truth doesn't need a neon sign. It reveals itself quietly, in time. Here's one of the hardest lessons. You control nothing except your actions and attitude today. Everything else is weather. Don't waste your life fighting storms you can't command. You'll never ruin a role if you play yourself. Authenticity is undefeated. Stop comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. Everyone's fighting battles they don't post about. Missing someone doesn't mean you need them back. Nostalgia often paints old pain with soft colors. Let go gracefully. Attraction begins with looks, but lasts only through values. Remember, your children will be raised by someone's character, not their beauty. Life is a trade. You can't have everything, but you can choose what's worth the exchange. True friends, they praise you behind your back and correct you to your face. Those are the keepers. Letting go feels like tearing, but it's really growing. The more you face your fears, the less power they hold over you. Never make someone a priority who treats you as an option. Energy must flow both ways or it drains you. If you try to be everyone's friend, you'll end up your own enemy. Boundaries don't make you cruel. They make you healthy. You were born with 2 ears and 1 mouth. Listen twice as much as you speak. Wisdom hides in listening. The only constant in life is change. The sooner you stop resisting it, the lighter you'll feel. You don't live once. You live many versions of yourself in one lifetime. Each ending births a new you. Life becomes simpler when you start seeing the good in others. Bitterness is heavy. Let kindness make you light. You can cut all the flowers, but you can't stop spring from coming. No matter how broken things seem, life has a way of starting over. People reveal themselves through their actions, not their words. Observe, don't assume. Every choice you make connects a dot. Later, those dots will form the story of why you became who you are. Commitment starts the journey. Consistency keeps you going. Persistence turns it into legacy. You can love more than once. Heartbreak isn't the end of your story. It's proof that you felt deeply enough to care. If someone's trying to bring you down, it's because they're already below you. Don't climb down to argue. Stay on your mountain. Never promise what you can't deliver. Your word is your reputation in motion. Going back to your ex is like showering and putting dirty clothes back on. Some doors are meant to stay closed for your own peace. Keep your mind open like an artist, but test ideas like a scientist. Curiosity builds, ego destroys. You don't find purpose, you create it. One small, meaningful act at a time. Purpose is crafted through service, not stumbled upon by luck. Your life can change in a single moment. So be grateful now. Gratitude is a magnet for miracles. Wealth isn't money, it's experiences, growth, and the ability to stay curious. Action breeds clarity. You can't think your way into a new life. You must move your way into it. Your mindset is the lens that colors your world. Change your thoughts, and your world shifts in tone and light. Happiness isn't a destination. It's the way you travel. Stop chasing it. Start being it. Be wise about who you ask for advice. Not everyone giving directions has been where you're going. If you drop anything, drop your ego. It's the heaviest baggage you'll ever carry. The more grateful you are, the more beauty you'll start to see. Gratitude sharpens your vision to notice miracles hiding in plain sight. You won't forget every painful memory, but one day you'll stop caring. And that's when healing begins. Don't stress over resources. Be resourceful. Success belongs to the creative, not the comfortable. Fear limits ordinary people, but those who challenge it change. Fear defeated becomes freedom earned. You can't swim toward new horizons until you have the courage to lose sight of the shore. And remember, it's never too late to change, to start, to live. The naysayers, they're just scared you'll prove them wrong. Let their doubt fuel your drive. You can't rewrite the past, but you can craft a comeback. Life isn't asking for perfection. It's asking for participation. People will always project their fears onto you. Build an emotional firewall. Protect your peace. Your past is sacred. Don't hand it over to anyone who hasn't earned your trust. Some won't understand your pain. Others will weaponize it. Tomorrow doesn't have to look like today. If you try, keep crying if you must, but rise after. Growth begins when self-pity ends. Sometimes the world screams its version of who you are, but when you pause to listen within, you'll remember your own voice. And when life doesn't go to plan, good. That's life showing you a better map. There's a moment in everyone's story when life tests the strength of what you say you believe. That's when lesson 2 begins. Pain is not punishment. It's preparation. The storms you hate today are the soil your future grows in. When everything feels heavy, remember, you've survived every single bad day so far. That makes you undefeated. No one will ever protect your dreams the way you can. Friends, mentors, even family, they'll help sometimes. But the guarding of your purpose is a solo mission. Face your fears head on. After the first step, they shrink. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's walking with fear on a leash instead of letting it drive. Out of difficulty grow miracles. The darker the soil, the brighter the bloom. Believe that you can, and you're already halfway there. Not everyone's intentions are pure. Some people only show up when it benefits them. Learn to read consistency more than charm. The days when you feel least motivated are the days discipline must lead. Motivation gets you started. Discipline keeps you alive when motivation dies. You can't control others, only how you respond. Energy spent trying to fix people is energy stolen from building yourself. Stop waiting for fairness. Life isn't a judge, it's a classroom. The lesson comes first, understanding later. Success doesn't come from wishing. It comes from making different decisions and repeating them until they rewrite your reality. Honesty is an expensive gift. Don't expect it from cheap souls. When patience pays, you realize waiting wasn't wasted time. It was silent construction. Love yourself first. Not in the cliche way, but in the warrior way, with accountability, care, and the courage to say no. Self-love is discipline disguised as kindness. When pain hits, don't curse it. Study it. Pain is the professor that refuses to let you graduate until you learn what needs to change. Good judgment comes from experience, and experience comes from bad judgment. That's the feedback loop of wisdom. Don't let yesterday's memories limit tomorrow's imagination. The future is clay, soft, shapeless, waiting for your hands. Letting go isn't a one-time act. It's a daily decision to stop replaying what broke you. Difficult roads lead to beautiful destinations, always. If the road is rough, you're probably heading somewhere worth it. At some point, you must decide, turn the page, write a new chapter, or close the book. Staying stuck is also a choice. When you walk through a storm, you'll never be the same person who entered. That's growth disguised as grief. Courage is the core of every virtue. Without it, love, honesty, and integrity crumble when challenged. Some people will deceive you, not because they hate you, but because they fear truth. Let them. Your peace isn't built on their honesty. You don't drown by falling into water. You drown by staying there. Sink once, learn to swim forever. Life is risky by design. The only real danger is doing nothing. Each new level demands a new version of you. What got you here won't get you there. Take the first step in faith. You don't need to see the entire staircase. You just need to move one foot. Never let anyone make you feel undeserving of what you've earned. The biggest danger isn't failure. It's overcaution. The walls that keep pain out also keep growth out. Tear map. Bad days are builders in disguise. They sculpt patience, grit, and humility. Qualities comfort could never teach. Let your improvement occupy you so completely that you have no time to criticize others. We complicate simple lives with overthinking. Simplicity isn't lack of ambition, it's clarity refined by wisdom. Not everyone wishes you well, and that's okay. Let their doubt become your background music while you work. Happiness isn't an absence of problems, it's the mastery of how you face them. That's the mindset of modern Stoicism. Stepping out of your past is the bravest act of all. You can't walk into destiny while dragging history. Nothing changes until you do. The universe mirrors your inner state. You never truly know someone. You only know the parts they allow you to see. That's why assumptions breed pain. You can't take endlessly without giving back. Every blessing demands stewardship. Shift your energy from complaining to creating. Maturity begins where excuses end. You won't understand everything right away. Sometimes clarity needs silence and time. Some goodbyes don't break you, they free you. Closure is optional. Freedom is not. The person you're destined to become is the one you choose to be daily. Purpose is a decision, not a discovery. A strong purpose doesn't need to be pushed. Passion pulls. You don't need to know everything. You just need to stay teachable. Be the reason someone feels seen, valued, believed in. Empathy is strength, not softness. It's never too late to rebuild. Every sunrise is proof that the past lost. Persistence sometimes tastes bitter, but it feeds victory. Letting parts of yourself go isn't death, it's pruning. Growth demands it. Obstacles aren't walls, they're weights. Lift them and you'll grow stronger. You won't always get what you want, but life gives you what you need for the next chapter. Decide you're done staying where you are. That's step one to everywhere better. Some bridges must burn for the path to light up. Choose carefully which to cross and which to leave behind. Every lesson appears when you're finally ready to understand it. Facing your emotions brings long-term peace. Suppressing them brings short-term silence and long-term chaos. Stand for what you believe in, even when it's uncomfortable. Integrity is a lonely hill, but a beautiful view. Guard your thoughts when alone and your words when accompanied. The wrong sentence can undo years of growth. If you don't live your life, someone else will live it for you. Make your own decisions before the world makes them on your behalf. Gratitude doesn't slow ambition, it fuels it. Thankfulness turns struggle into story. Wishing changes nothing. Working changes everything. You won't always fit in, and that's your signal you were meant to stand out. Every journey ends. Don't rush the scenery on the way. When one door closes, another opens, but only if you stop staring at the closed one. Trust your gut. Your intuition is ancient software built for survival. Never take people for granted. They can disappear faster than you think. Real challenges reveal your real strength. Comfort hides it. You are both your best friend and your worst enemy. Train the right one to speak louder. You can't control others, but you can control how deeply they affect you. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. Joy leaves fingerprints even on endings. Sometimes losing everything shows you what actually mattered. Experience refines those who pay attention. Wisdom is the interest on pain well invested. Tough times prove your resilience is deeper than you imagined. Speak up for yourself. Silence never changes unfairness. You can't save everyone. Save yourself first. Then, if you overflow, help others. Your life is the sum of your choices. There's no plan, just consequences shaping destiny. Be kind, but not blind. Kindness without boundaries becomes self-betrayal. You can either be a victim of your story or the hero rewriting it. The rarest currency on earth is time with those you love. Spend it before it expires. Happiness isn't getting more, it's realizing you already have enough. The future belongs to those who understand their past without living in it. Help yourself, then the world follows your example. When you finally accept that nobody's coming to save you, you become unstoppable. At some point, the noise fades. The goals, the chase, the endless proving, they all start to feel small beside a quiet truth. You don't need more. You just need to become more aware of what's already here. Peace isn't the prize waiting at the end of success. It's the ground you build success on. The world keeps shouting, hustle harder, but wisdom whispers, be still. Stillness is not the absence of motion, it's the mastery of direction. The world will tempt you with speed, but meaning hides in slowness. Take time to notice sunlight on walls, laughter that doesn't need recording, the way your breath steadies when you remember you're alive. That's mindfulness, the art of returning home to the moment. If your mind is always racing toward the next thing, you'll miss the life happening in front of you. The secret isn't balance, it's presence. The inner architecture of strength resilience isn't built in gyms or boardrooms. It's built in mornings when you rise tired but still show up. It's built when you choose kindness in the middle of chaos, when you apologize first, when you forgive without applause. The success mindset of 2025 isn't about dominance, it's about depth. It's realizing that winning is meaningless if you lose yourself in the process. You become unstoppable the moment you stop needing to prove anything. Because purpose isn't performance, it's participation. It's doing what you can with what you have, where you are, then trusting that's enough. If you fall, fall forward. Failure is data, not identity. Every setback teaches strategy if you're humble enough to listen. Healing the invisible. Emotional healing doesn't arrive like thunder. It creeps in quietly, disguised as a good night's sleep, a sudden laugh, a song that doesn't hurt anymore. Healing isn't forgetting. It's remembering without bleeding. Forgive, not because they deserve peace, but because you do. Resentment is a debt that collects interest from your joy. Let it go before it owns you. When you forgive, you free two people, you and the one you released. That's the chemistry of peace. Your greatest battles will always be internal. The war between who you were and who you're becoming. Don't rush that war. It's sacred ground. Gratitude as a technology, gratitude rewires the brain. Neuroplasticity studies prove it. When you focus on what's working, your mind literally grows new pathways of calm. You start to see beauty where stress once lived. List 3 things every morning that don't cost money, but would make you cry if you lost them. That's not positivity. It's presence training. You don't need to chase abundance. You need to notice it. The roof above you, the heartbeat inside you, the person you're slowly becoming. Every act of gratitude becomes an investment in happiness's compound interest. Me unstoppable. The evolution of you. Change used to scare you. Now you understand it's not punishment, it's permission. Every ending is just an unseen beginning. The identity you're clinging to was built for an older version of the world. Let it evolve, because life isn't about staying consistent with your past. It's about staying loyal to your future. You live many lives inside one lifetime. Each version of you serves a chapter, not eternity. Sometimes growth looks like losing interest. The party, the drama, the noise, it fades because you've outgrown the volume. Silence stops feeling lonely and starts feeling like oxygen. Discipline equals freedom. Discipline isn't control, it's care. You discipline a child because you love them. Discipline yourself for the same reason. The habits you build are letters to your future self. Write them wisely. Your body listens to how you treat it. Feed it with movement, sunlight, rest, and gratitude. Sleep is not laziness. It's maintenance for the miracle that is you. Digital detox is modern meditation. Put down the phone and you'll realize the world is still breathing even when you aren't scrolling. Purpose reimagined. Stop searching for your life purpose like it's a hidden map. Purpose isn't found. It's forged through service. Every time you help, create, or comfort, you're shaping meaning. The myth of passion says, find what you love. The truth of purpose says, love what you find and keep showing up. Your calling is the intersection of what heals you and what helps others. The human equation. Every person you meet is a mirror. The traits that annoy you reveal the work you still need to do within yourself. Listen before advising. Understand before reacting. That's emotional intelligence, the quiet revolution of our age. The world doesn't need louder people. It needs listeners with depth. Being right is overrated. Being kind is undefeated. The storm and the shore. You cannot avoid pain, but you can choose posture. Stand tall in storms, bend like trees, but don't break. The more winds of fear you face, the more fearless you become. Courage is momentum in the direction of truth. Fear will always be there. The goal is to move anyway. Every obstacle hides a reward behind endurance, and every heartbreak refines your capacity for empathy. When life breaks your heart, thank it. Broken things let more light in. The eternal lessons. Happiness begins when entitlement ends. Freedom begins when blame ends. Peace begins when expectation ends. You're not behind. You're simply in a chapter that demands patience. The timeline in your head is a fiction written by comparison. Delete it. Success is personal. It might mean owning less, but feeling more. It might mean leaving noise for nature, fame for freedom, chaos for calm. You owe the world your authenticity, not your perfection. Be curious like a scientist, but soft like an artist. That's how wisdom survives ego. The future isn't somewhere you go. It's something you build with every small, honest act. And when you do it right, the present starts to feel like home. The closing flame You can't connect every dot while you're still drawing. But someday, you'll look back and see how even the pain had perfect geometry. Trust the process. The universe keeps better records than you think. Every morning you wake up, you're being offered a new life in the same body. Accept it. Don't drag yesterday into today. It's too heavy. Your life is not a race. It's a rhythm. Dance to it. Walk slower, smile longer, speak softer, and in that gentleness, you'll realize you were never missing anything. You were just rushing past it. The lesson beneath all lessons is simple. Love is the curriculum, gratitude the teacher, and presence the diploma. If you forget everything else, remember this. No one else gets to decide what your peace should look like. Protect it like treasure, because it is. So breathe, stand in the light of your own becoming, and whisper to yourself, I am still here, I am still learning, I am still enough. That's not just survival, that's transformation, and that is how you fix 93% of your problems.